Dear brothers and sisters, yesterday's talk, it was on spirituality, what it is. It was explained that it is no spiritism, no spiritualism, no hypnotism, and no mesmerism. Moreover, it is no, isms of any religion, outer forms. So it was God is spirit. We came to the conclusion that God is spirit and we are spirited man. As God is eternal, we are also eternal. So spirituality is only to know oneself by rising above body consciousness and by self-analysis and to know God. This is purely a subject of self-analysis. So you'll see the teachers are required in all cases of pursuits, inner or outer, who are adept in those subjects. Even when the child is born, his teachers are his parents, his brothers and sisters. When they go to school, they got their teachers there. When they take up any outer subject, we need the guidance of somebody who is adept in that subject. Take the case of cooking. The cookbook is there, which gives details of how vegetables are cooked. We need the practical guidance of some cook. In his guidance, we become also good cooks. Take the example of aeroplane. Their books are written how the several parts of the aeroplane are, how to assemble them and how to work on them. By reading only books you won't be able to do it. First you know even not what parts are meant for what purpose. There also you need somebody who knows what is aeroplane is, what different parts are meant for what purpose. And then you are trained under his guidance you have to rise up into the atmosphere. Last time you were traveling about 35,000 feet high. So can you give that plane in the hand of somebody new one? Or can you do it? Know yourself how the aeroplane works, how to rise, go up, how to descend. So this is something practical. Similarly, the spirituality is a practical stuff. We have got scriptures with us. What do they contain? They contain the statements of those who rose above body consciousness, traversed into the beyond. They had different experience of different kinds. They contain all experiences they had of all masters whenever they came. And this is by reading scriptures only can you know how to rise above body consciousness. That is only a physical thing. Here we have got macrocosm and the microcosm. We have got physical body, how we can rise above physical body, how we can traverse into the astral plane and further to the causal plane, how to transcend all planes. Do you think only by reading scriptures you will become an adept in that? That is rising into heavens outside, and that is rising into the beyond. So you'll find, we need somebody. When we need teachers in all outer subjects, do we not need anyone's guidance, which is a subject when you rise above body consciousness? First of all, did you hear how to rise above body consciousness? Yogis have spent hundreds of years to rise above body consciousness. Is there some adept like that who can give you a demonstration of how to rise above body consciousness? And even not, that is not only. If you know that much also, is that something? Maulana Room says, is a more dangerous inside rather than outside. Take somebody who has been to that place. He gives that if you want to pay visit to the place of pilgrimage, it is always better to take some guide with you who may have been to that place of pilgrimage. Who that may be, he says he may be Hindu, he may be Arab, anybody. So in the spiritual way, we do need somebody which should be able to give us a demonstration of how to rise above body consciousness. First thing. Then how to traverse beyond, which way to follow. Here in outer world, you see, if you lose one road, you have to go round and round and cannot come to the right place. So my purpose is, all scriptures say there's need of somebody. These all scriptures which are with us, what do they contain? Only go on reading. Can by reading alone you can have that experience what is given in the scriptures. So without a true guide, call him by any name you like now. And without, did you see the driver is there and motor is, the petrol is not there? So both ways require. What is way back to absolute God? God, when he wanted to be many, there was vibration. The vibration resulted in two things, light and sound. So if you have a ray of the sun, if you catch it and ride on it, that will take you where? To the place from where it emanated, to the absolute God. So proper guidance also required, of course, but there's something to ride on which can take you to that ultimate goal. So Master tells us, unless you have some guidance of the adept who is traversing to the beyond, his body is working in the world, but his soul is in tune with that power working through him. He appears to be engaged in all outer pursuits, but wherever he wants, he rises above body, conscious and traverses into the beyond at his own will and pleasure. This is what is called by the masters to be reborn. Learn to die so that you may begin to live. So first step is how to rise above body consciousness. We have identified with the body. So there are methods and methods which involve pranas and outgoing faculties and sometimes intellect by drawing inferences. But unless you've got a practical demonstration by somebody who is adept that way, then you know how to rise above body consciousness. So we do need, Guru Nanak said, you may be reading for years and years, months and days, all through life, unless you know how to rise above body consciousness and open the inner eye to see the light of God. What is use of given? Tulsi says, you may read the 4 Vedas, 18 Puranas, 9 Vyakarnas and 6 Shastras. You may be reading day and night and taking on that, giving very wonderful lectures on that. Could you know who you are? Your attention. Your drop of all attention was gone. And unless you know yourself, withdraw yourself from the body and outward environments, and you are brought in contact with the God into expression power, which is called Shabd, Nama, or word, which has 2 aspects, light and sound. So it is just reading all these books, just a parrot like, go on repeating. Of course, this has some value. These are good actions meant for God. But seeing is something else. Reading is something. Reading only can create in you an interest. We should go and see. So mere reading alone won't help you. So this is the fate of fools, those who are innocent. You may be intellectually very much, having all degrees of the world. I submit to you, when I was at Lahore, under me one Christian superintendent working under me, he was the librarian of the Lahore church, whose bishop was considered to be the highest in all, most advanced in all India. I asked the superintendent, go and ask him what this bell ringing stands for. And what did he reply? It is only to call men together. Well, in churches you go like that, but in temples you go, the man wants to hear rings the bell. So learned men are not supposed to know everything. This is something of the beyond. Outward learning can help us to a certain extent to understand certain things, to a certain extent, not all. So it is a practical. When the world's philosophy is ending, there the religion starts. Religion means leans back, lead you to mind. How to first withdraw ourselves from the body outside and environments and know ourselves, and then come in contact with the God into expression power. So this is what is called spirituality or religion, what you say. Social bodies are different from that. So we have find, you see, in Matthew, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hidden these things from the wise and prudent and revealed them unto babes. What does that mean? Apparently, O Lord, I am thankful, very grateful to you that you have kept this great wisdom away from the worldly wise and intellectual people and revealed the secret only to those who are innocent as little children. That is why Christ said, suffer little children to come unto me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So we have to become innocent first, with love for all, with enmity to nobody. So for that all masters say, without a guide, true guide within you cannot have any access whatsoever. Guru Nanak says it has was a mandate from God, unless you meet someone who is the master, you see, who is word made flesh, you cannot reach him and you cannot have salvation. Then all people, then don't be in this delusion that you'll go off your own self. So Master, when they come with it challenge, saying, all right, who want going back to home, let them come up. Who speaks that the God is in him? So all the scriptures, whether the East or the West, when you go into it, they all say, we need somebody to take us. The very step, how to withdraw from outside. Yogis have taken hundreds of years to rise above physical body. And if somebody with God's grace comes up and gives you a demonstration of how to rise above body in little or no time, then what more you want? So it is said it is a great blessing to have a living master. That is why you see, come unto me all that ye labor, Christ said. When they come, they say, come unto me, because they speak on the strength of God in them. They don't speak of themselves. They speak as inspired by God. They are quite a conscious co-worker of the divine plan. And see, and are heavily laden, and I will give thee rest. I am the way, the truth, and the life. So all masters who come, they are word-made flesh. They give out the same thing to the people who meet them in their lifetime. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If you had known me, you should have known my Father also. And from henceforth you know him and have seen him. And he that seeketh me, seeth me him that sent me. So I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. As I quoted you before from the East, so many all say the same. Come on, please. Guru word means who can remove the darkness from before your eyes and light is manifested. When God wanted to have your work creation, then there was light. But that light is in each one of us. That's why I said, take heed that the light within you is not darkness. Masters come say, Christ said, I have come to make those people see who do not see. And those who see, they may be blind. So it is a feat of our attention, you see? Training of the attention. You are attention. It is you who unleavened the world. It is you when your attention outside the world is before you. When you withdraw, there is no one. So great is man, you see? So masters have been coming from time to time. And Guru Nanak says, those who have had the man body and not met the true master, even if he has met the true master and he is not living up to his commandments, on what is his, then he says, they are as if they have never born. They have not derived the full benefits of the man body. Buddha Shah, when he went to his master, he says, I have wasted all my life in doing outward things and not God. To God, when I only had it when I met my master. So before meeting a master, all our life is as if it were lost. So for that reason, you see, it is necessary we need somebody who is expert on the way. So now we want to see what is the master. Master is, you see, Guru Nanak was asked, who is your master? He said, Shabad is my Guru, master. And my sut, my attention is his disciple. What the word Shabd means? God is a Shabd. When it came into expression, it is called Shabd. And Shabdi is the God into expression power, which is the maker of whole universe, controller of universe, of all universe, and permeating all universe. So God is wordless. When it came into being, it is called Word. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and Word was God. And all creation came into being after the Word. And what is Master? Word made flesh. God is nameless. When it came into expression, it is called Nam. And Nam is the creator of all universe, that resides in all, resides in the very man body. We can see when we rise up to that level. He is the subtlest of the subtlest. If we rise up to that level, inner eye will open, we'll see him. Kabir was asked, who is your master, Guru? And where are you? He said, my Guru lives above the eye level. And I am in the body. The Guru brought my attention, my soul into contact with God into expression. Now I am always with Him and He is in me. Exactly the same words given in other languages to show what they feel. So Bible says, Word made flesh and dwelt amongst us. I am quoting you parallel things only to bring home that the basic teachings of all masters have been the same, whether the East or the West. In the 6 scriptures it said that Word just manifests in the human body and is called a Guru. He says that way, he says that. 10th Guru was asked, who is your Guru? He said, who was in the beginning, who is now, and who will live forever even beyond. He is my Guru. So in which he manifests, he resides in every heart, but somewhere he manifests. The manifested God in man is the Guru. We respect the body in which that is manifested, because on account of his guidance, as he gave you some examples of the aeroplane and other things, he tells us how to rise above body consciousness, how you are there to enliven your outgoing faculties with which you work. And when you know yourself by self-analysis, rising above body consciousness, how to rise above, and you get the demonstration of it, you see that power controlling in the universe. So who is a Guru? Who is Word made flesh? The Word is in Him and He is the Word. And who is following that path and teaches other path the same, sit at his feet. So Master never said we are the Guru, we are sons. He simply said we are the messengers of God. Kabir said, I have come from the beyond, from the feet of the Master, from God, and I have brought a message for you. He wants each child to come back home. These very words, Christ said, I came from the Father into the world. And again I leave the world and go to my Father. Are they not parallel things? Shamash said, in his man body the Son of God is manifest. So Bullhe Shah says, he took the form of a man and came here just to awaken the world. Children, you have been separated from God eons back. You have not yet been back to your true home. Come back. He sent us into the world. Someday we were in his lap. Ever since we have separated, we have been under the command of mind, and mind is under the command of outgoing faculties, and outgoing faculties have driven us like anything to the outer enjoyments. We are identified with it so much so that we have forgotten ourselves. When God sees the plight of our plight like that, we are very unhappy. So He manifests in the form of a body, man body, and comes to open the door. Come on, go back home. So Kabir says, with the outer eyes, Ram, God and Kabir appear to be two bodies. Only to those who have got no Word made flesh to guide. Who can take you to God? He has got no brother, no sister, no parents. If he wants somebody guides back to God, it means he in there, you see. So for that reason, you see, Master always come to guide us. Now remains what is function, as you say. Somebody asked me yesterday, what is the function of a master? Namdev says that God has manifested in the body. Well, that very body is the God. Bhai Nandlal, a great devotee of the 10th Guru, he annotates on a poem of Hafiz. Hafiz says, if you want to meet God, leave all house and home and the world and go to a wilderness. And Nandlal says, well, look here is the God standing before you. He's referring to his Guru. Why to go to the world if he's not here? He's here in everybody. Where he's manifest, go to his feet. So God is great, you see. Maulana says, I am so great that all my creation, all my universes that I have created, they are not sufficient to contain me. High or low. He says, but strange enough, I manifest the heart of a master. You want me, come out there. These are all things which go to show great is man. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is within me. The Father is within me and I am within the Father. This is quite so. How clear words it is. So my purpose is to lay before you that who is a master? What is their function? They come to make people see who do not see, and those who see to make them blind. When our attention will be down from outside, all is down. It is our attention that sees all these things. When you put your whole attention within you, which is down, that light source. So Guru is the Shabd, is the word made flesh, and is a link between man and God, and gives link of Shabd, light within you. Who can do that, he is God. He is called a master. If people do not understand what the scriptures say about a master, just as without a pilot you cannot fly the aeroplane in the air, to 35,000 feet high. Without a guru you cannot fly beyond the physical body. He gives you a demonstration of that. So what is the function of a master? Just to make you rise above body consciousness, give you contact with the light and sound principle of God. Nada, the voice of God, the music of the sphere. Where it will lead you, light in light you will see where you are. And sound principle will be guiding you where to go. So Guru Nanak says, those who have got a perfect master, they are given a contact with the sound principle, which is the guiding principle, where to go. You have a sound, you hear some sound, and you naturally be drawn to the place from where that sound is coming. So this is direct way back to God. In this yoga, this is the natural yoga of the sound current. In this no hypothesis is required to be made. Direct way back to God. Because it gives you contact with the light and sound principle which emanates from the absolute God, wordless state. In all of the yoga you have tried some hypothesis to make or draw inferences. So as such like persons, call them by the name persons. One made flesh is born the same way as we are born. He's got the only two eyes that we have got outside, two limbs, he walks like us. But he is the bread of life that comes down from heaven, as Christ said. Akhand Pujan. They also say it is bread of life that has come down from heaven. Whosoever partaketh of it shall have everlasting life. They give you the bread of life, the water of life, which is light and sound principle of the God into expression power. You have physical food to make your body strong. You got learning, etc., to give you strength to the intellect. What food you give to your soul, which is conscious entity. So Master comes here to give that water of life, that bread of life. Or when you get it, when you rise above body consciousness. Until you rise above body consciousness, you remain a stranger to the beyond.